then I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday Madden.
We are late in the calendar year. That's a good time to be south, and that's where we are. The weather just perfect right now here tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James L. Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I traveled on gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just...
We are late in the calendar year. That's a good time to be south, and that's where we are. The weather just perfect right now here tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful. I don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing now is Brady. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Play action, now it's Brady. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball down and score. But he also told them how it's going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. If we're going to take the ball, they won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jameis to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Bucs had 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, one more points on what they're getting done because they're carrying with them for essentially 2 weeks. That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Camara. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Winston to throw for it on 4. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Suckup. pass is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And think about what Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On play action, it's Brady. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Jones again, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up the middle, Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they're going to get this down to about their 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play fake. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, did they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Given 30 yards there. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Allen's got it complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Brady to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Hey, Packett.
On 2nd and goal, Brady, touchdown! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass in this first half. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Brady. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Play action now. Winston. Forced out to his left. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Winston's throw caught by Olave. Looks like we've got a down set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, Winston. Flushed out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
First down, Winston. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll throw again. Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Jameis to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keenan Allen, 39 yards. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Sucker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go play action. Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not running up.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jameis again. On the Buccaneer, pressure too much. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs force the turnover. They take over down 27. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Hey, 66.
Here's Brady. Fighting through pressure. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Allen Lazard, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs extend their lead yet again. Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready.
Play fake. Winston. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Brady going to throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just added to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. One last shot at the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
One last shot now for Winston. One last shot at the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So not just a blowout win for the Miami Charles, but a short blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
And didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Bucs, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning.